Hello everyone! So I'm back again here on my YouTube channel, and this time I'm not gonna be painting watercolor, but instead I'll use acrylic and a miniature canvas that I bought online via Lazada. So for the materials and the paints, I'll just include it on the description box below. And for today's tutorial, I'm gonna teach you how to paint landscape galaxy in a miniature canvas. So first things first, I'm preparing my paints. I'm getting a small amount of metallic blue and titanium white. So first thing is, I'll get a small amount of titanium white and I'll basically dab it on the canvas. So it doesn't have to be perfect, it's just gonna be our base for the entire artwork piece. So this brush has a hard bristles. So for this specific artwork, you will be needing this type of acrylic brush. So this is size 4. Okay, and now I'm adding a bit of titanium, I'm adding a bit of metallic blue. And I'm just spreading it across the canvas. Left side first. And then I go on the right side. One thing that I've learned in painting watercolors and acrylic is basically in watercolor you have to start with the lightest and then you'll gradually add the darker colors for you to be able to have a perfect blend of colors. But in acrylic, I generally, when I'm doing my acrylic paintings, I start with the darker colors, and then if it needs blending, then I'll add the lighter shade of colors. And now I will add an ultramarine blue for us to have a darker shade of blue on top of the metallic. So I'm adding it on top very lightly. I'm tapping the brush on the canvas very lightly. Okay. It's as if you're putting your blush on for girls. So very lightly. Tap the brush very soft and lightly and gradually add blue on top. You need to have a light force in tapping the brush so you won't get hard lines in between the two different colors. Okay, I'm also filling in the top of the canvas. You see, at the top right corner, in between the metallic blue and the ultramarine blue, that's kind of like a hard line. So we don't need that and we don't want that. So what I'll do is, I'll get a small amount of the metallic blue and I'll put it on top of the ultramarine, and I'll gently and very softly tap the brush in between those hard lines. So basically, you'll have this kind of effect, blended effect. Okay, so now I'm adding white, and I want it to be lighter than the blue earlier, so I'm dabbing it again. So now I'll add a small amount of black. We'll use this color for our landscape mountains. Now that we're done with the background, we're gonna work on the foreground. And I'll be using this flat brush that I ordered online via Lazada. I'll be using it to paint the mountains. Okay, so mix the ultramarine blue and the black acrylic color and add some water for us to be able to get a kind of bluish and a grayish color. We will be using this color to paint the mountains. So for the mountains, we'll just have to draw triangles. And then this is gonna be a bigger triangle, which means bigger mountain. And there's a small mountain at the back. Okay. So don't forget to clean your brush and then get an ultramarine blue and then apply it on our mountain. So I'm just kind of like scribbling lines on our mountain. We don't want it to be very straight because we're just doing it as the base. Okay, I'm getting blue. So in landscape painting, usually the farthest is the lightest or the faded color, and then the nearest should be the richest color or the darker. And then for our mountains, we don't want it to be like a flat mountain, so we are going to have like a 3D effects and have or place shadows just like here. So we want to add depth on our mountains, so we are putting darker shade of a bluish black, and we want to create an impression or a perception that these mountains has dimensions or not just 2D. So now I want it to be like a frozen lake covered in snow. So I'm gonna put white on it. I'm just brushing the color back and forth. And I'll put like bushes using the ultramarine, blue, and black. So now that we're done with the bushes, I'll now start working on the stars of our galaxy and skies. So I'm using a very tiny and detailed brush. I'll be indicating the size of this brush on the description box below. So make sure that you check this out. This is gonna be our finishing touch. Okay? And for the last touch, for the bushes, I added more black and ensure that we're able to cover all the white spaces of the canvas. And there you go. So I hope you liked my video tutorial on how to paint a galaxy landscape acrylic in a mini canvas. So if you like it, please click the subscribe button and follow me on Instagram at Michivu Paints. We'll see you there. Thank you.